So here we are again, and we are coding in the third day of our Hackfest. Alexei, what are you doing right now? I see you pretty...
At the Hackfest, one should hack something. So I'm hacking my activation context patch, which is waited for by everybody. And I'm making a progress trying to debug the deadlock situation which I have with the improper locking and unlocking order. So this I just started like a few hours ago with a pizza. So it helps a lot to trying to debug the stuff. As you see, there is a bunch of debug logs on my screen and all stuff going like crazy. So I'm just in the middle of assessing the existing processes in the system. And that's it.
And do you have any idea what's going on?
Well, something bad is going on definitely. So I'm going to fix that once and for all, and then we move on.
Okay, perfect. So, Daniel?
Yeah.
Over there.
Oh.
Tell us what's going on.
Not much, at least not in hacking matters. As everyone saw in IRC, I'm copying some stuff from Jira, localization stuff. Yeah.
Clear.
Everything from my side.
Everything for your side. Okay. So we have here Alexei. We have there Colin, which, well, he's, as you know, doing a lot of documentation right now regarding all the printing system. So,
and I must say this documentation really is awesome, because it's not that often when you get this source code piece with some kind of explanation how it works. In case with our kernel, it's an exception because we have MSDM, DDK, and WDK, but with Colin's stuff, it's awesome. His documentation is going to be like better than what Microsoft has. I hope so. At least I put a big faith in that, seeing that he works on it all day long, and yesterday and today.
Yeah,
so,
he's working as mad in documentation, which is really one of the stones that no one wants to do. You know. Okay, so we have here Alexei, there it's Colin, Dremer, our little Hal Capone, and I mean, tell us from that corner what's going on. What's going on in regarding? You told us yesterday about something about the new setup, first GUI. Okay, can you explain it a little bit?
So actually, there are. You guys all know the first stage setup. It's like the blue thing that you install ReactOS with. We were actually trying to implement a graphical user interface, like all modern operating system installations.
So since the first beginning, we are going to have a user interface.
A graphical user interface, exactly. And the text one will become a fallback in case, for some reason or another, you can't install using the graphical one.
Okay.
So the technical solutions to get this done, you have three. You have to implement. You can fully implement a graphical user interface, fully functional. Or solution number two, you can move the logic of the text, the first stage text mode setup, the blue one, into the graphical one. Timo kindly found the third solution, which seems to be the fastest one in terms of implementation. It's actually creating a graphical layer on top of the text setup in a way that it's transparent for the user. You only see graphical selections. You select the partition, select the keyboard layout, etc. And when you hit next, under the hood there is a script and an attended one that the text mode setup will run, but it will run that in a windowless way, so that you won't see the blue setup. You will just see the graphical installation, and it will report progress to you as it communicates with the blue setup without you noticing. So this is what we're actually considering implementing, because it's faster, it gets us something nice with relatively less effort than implementing the whole thing. So this is actually what what sounds like a reasonable compromise.
And what's needed right now to have because if we didn't have before, it is because maybe you have to code new things or
Well,
or just time.
yeah. Well, Eric kindly explained to us that this text setup is actually a native application. So it's technically possible for a native application to talk to a Win32 application, which is the graphical user interface. So it's doable. It's really doable in a relatively short time.
Mm-hmm. Cool, perfect. So right now is Christopher is not here. You can see it's outside talking with some guests that we have. What he was working during this morning?
So this morning he was continuing yesterday's effort of trying to find failed tests to inspect and fix, and he came across the Fusion relocations issue.
What's Fusion?
Fusion is a user mode DLL that it gets involved when you run the MSI install tests.
Mm-hmm.
And we have like 3 or 4 versions of this, depending on the .NET version. It's actually part of the .NET framework. So this DLL was actually these DLLs plural were actually getting relocated, which caused loss of time because relocations are slow. So basically, when he found this, he asked me for solution, a CMake-based one, to somehow assign base addresses to the base addresses to these DLLs so that they won't relocate.
Mm-hmm.
And I implemented something in CMake and we committed it. And now you don't have relocations in this wine test, so it was actually a good inspecting and debugging session.
Perfect. So pretty cool. Well, sadly, let's ask our Al Capone what's going on. I think he's reviewing some code, but let's place. Okay, let's take his place, his wonderful place, and say, well, okay. So what I've been doing, because aside of being the cameraman and Timo him helping me today with moving the laptop so I can see what's going on. Well, today I have also a really good day about debugging. In order to install Microsoft Office 2010, one of the needs is to have properly working, probably .NET 2.0. But in order to have .NET 2.0 properly installed, it's almost installed. Yes, there is a DLL, which is MC Core DLL, which is needed. All files are properly unpackaged, but this MC Core DLL, it's not. So we discovered that we need to install our redistributable, the redistributable 20.05, which is not properly being installed in ReactOS. And we have an assertion, well, it's not a first, and it gets killed. The process gets killed somewhere. So we need to fix first that one, so the redistributable works. Then we have to fix .NET, so the .NET works. And third, we have to fix Word 2010. So yeah, it will take some time, but we are doing that. And well, that's I think all about the debugging during the whole day. Timo was helping me also because we found another bug with animation and cursors and something like that. But it's pretty hard code, and it's not something crucial right now. We are working regarding other more general areas. And I mean, do you have latest news? Let's check. So tell us what's going on.
Well, the next task in the Hackfest for us right now, along with Christoph, is to actually inspect an issue that involves installing drivers. For example, you get a silent success while in fact files are not getting copied. So Christoph is inspecting this issue, and he's actually tapping into the real bug. Hopefully by today or tomorrow, or we can have something, because this affects not only driver installations, it can affect also application installations.
So what's that silence failure means? You mean that?
When you install a driver, the init file that describes the installation process involves copying files. Some files are plain files, others are compressed formats that you need to expand and then copy. The current code doesn't really implement expanding files. It either copies files or extracts files from cap archives. We need to implement this third type to respect the inf files and be able, as a result, to install drivers and applications that use this approach.
Oh, okay. So well, it looks like a good.
It will help many applications, and
Yeah,
especially
100%.
drivers, because drivers rely on this method to install their files and copy them, etc.
Okay, that looks pretty nice. So Alexei, did you find something in this couple of minutes, or something to say?
No. I just checked out my flight to happen in 2 days, so yes, I just found it out. But besides of that, I'm looking at the diff file of my NTDL change to try to find what may be wrong, and to try to roll back some of the changes to see what happens, because I have no idea why it hangs right now, why the situation is deadlocked. So I'm in the process of fixing that, and I will have some news in the evening. I hope so.
Okay.
So I guess till the evening.
See you then, guys.
Yeah.
And as always, if you have any doubts or whatever, just drop us a tweet or a message in our Facebook account, ReactOS one, and we will try to answer them as always. So bye-bye, and until later for the last live streaming of today. See you guys.